All right, guys, welcome to the Unfiltered podcast. That's unfiltered without the E. We are the baby podcast, a small podcast that nobody knows about, according to this video that we're going to react to. We're going to have a great show today. Let's get it.
With Eric and Ange.
All right, guys, once again, welcome. Yo, shout out to Bond Gibbs, man. Every time I talk to the guy, I just feel like such a better person.
We love Bond.
I swear, like now I want to go around Miami just like blessing people. Thank God for people like him. We have a really great show today, guys. We're gonna do a reaction video to, I don't know, I would call her a fan now, I guess, since she wants to roast us.
It's a cute roast. I think it's a cute roast. But if you guys don't know us, my name is Ange, and
yeah, and I'm Eric.
And we're here to be a little unfiltered every day, just in increments, since the internet is very sensitive. But let's start first with. Wait, what should we do first? We should do let's see the context of where this little clapback came from.
Yeah.
So let's do the YouTube video.
Bringing up the YouTube video.
Let's go.
They can't hear it. We have to restart it.
Oh, great.
No. Audio is low.
Sorry about that, guys. I was actually about to go in too because.
Yeah, I wanted to push pause on that before we went in.
There we go.
All right, go ahead.
The audio is weird.
Yeah,
why is
we'll
the
go ahead and,
audio weird?
Replay it for you guys.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
like,
you gotta
bringing you this.
Yeah,
today,
you gotta really like package it well so it looks
Yeah.
nice, and it's like also not something you're doing all the time with no regular content in
Mhm.
between. Yeah, but okay, we'll get into these videos now. So what we do here in the comment section is we bring videos that I was tagged in that are applicable to our topic. We should bring it.
So for those of you who don't know who these two trolls are, we have Drew here. Drew is like infamous for just roasting people in her comment section and just taking videos of men and just humiliating them and just saying like, oh, I don't like men aren't shit, blah 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 blah. Somebody asked me about her today, asking how I felt about her, and I was like, listen, if she's doing this for a living, cool, and that's how she's paying her bills, whatever, to each their own. Some people sell their vaginas, some people roast men for a living. I don't know how that works. But if that's really who you are, I'm sorry to tell you, I don't understand how you have a platform of 7 or 8 million people and you're choosing to just teach people to hate men. I mean, I'm pretty sure it took a guy to make whatever the hell you are, but let's start with that. And then the other chick, her name is Fanita, and my comment section at TikTok was saying, why is Fanita here? Because we were pretty much talking about the two of them in our previous video. And they kept saying like, why is she here, da da da. And I'm like, you made a whole video with this chick. You hit a whole podcast with her. Take the accountability that if you don't think that you're a villain, you just literally said men's right. Basically, it's a joke. It's a joke. So you're gonna sit there and say that men's right is a joke. You're with the internet villain here, which I would know villain because I'm a villain too. But I know my purpose. I don't know what your purpose is. So with that being said,
I think we gotta play more of the video to play.
Yeah, I don't think the chat was, or like the people watching this were able to actually hear this because of the whole audio situation. I don't think they know what the context is.
the context, sure, play the video again.
I'm here, either rip them apart or share all the giggles.
Okay.
Call men sluts and whores, whatever it may be.
I love this.
Okay, so this first one, I'm just gonna describe it to you, but this guy duetted a video of Henry Cavill. You know Henry Cavill.
Oh, the Superman?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, Superman? Before I even finished saying the name.
I was trying to confirm.
On a talk show, and there are clips of the host and his co-star Amy Adams talking about how Henry is talented and cute, joking about getting lost in his eyes, basically like talking about how handsome he is.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy making this video is like, this is unacceptable. Hashtag men's rights. Hashtag men's rights
Men-
activist.
men's rights to go to war and die.
When it
Yo,
comes
pause that
to
right
the-
there. I said this the first time I saw it, and I'll say it again. If a guy was to say something like that about a woman, that guy would be dragged through the internet.
That's the internet thing with her though. Like she's able to drag people on the internet constantly, like all the time, men. And the minute I say, yo, women should not do this, the double standards are serious. Her little armies come and attack me.
Mhm.
They mass report. I just think it's so unfair that they can sit here and say stupid crap like this. And then when we speak on it, I'm not speaking on it because I'm just hating you. I just think it's stupid that you have a huge platform. You're not utilizing it correctly. You're not teaching anyone anything besides hating. If I'm hating the fact that your reactionary is crap, I think I'm very accurate on it. And Fanita being there is saying like, oh, well, what am I doing here if y'all watch my content? Listen, we've said this before. If I see you with a villain, with a criminal, I'm gonna assume you are with them, you are like them. And then you're telling me, oh, I don't understand how I'm affiliated with this. So with that context, let's play the TikTok. She had a little clap back. I didn't watch the whole thing, so we'll see what she had to say.
You know, everybody in the comment section of that video is like, why is Fanita here? And your guess is as good as mine. Because coming from somebody that literally doesn't have any internet drama.
All right, so let's give the people watching a little bit more context. So essentially what happened was we reacted to this video, right? We had our commentary about it, and actually made a video about it on TikTok, right?
Mhm.
And the video blew up.
Yeah.
Right? So the video blew up, and I guess it kind of went viral, and this girl took offense to it.
Yeah, basically.
So just so the people watching know that she's actually reacting to a video that Ange made on TikTok that kind of went viral, and she didn't like what was being said about basically what we thought about her saying that men.
But this is what they do all the time. They make reaction videos to what people say because it's freedom of speech. TikTok is a place where you're supposed to speak freely. We're content creators. My bio literally says just a content creator, nothing personal. And obviously it took offense to her because she's laughing like she needs an inhaler. So let's just finish the whole video. We'll continue this.
Drama. I'm never in any internet beef. And just strictly minds my business. This is baffling. This is baffling to me. Also, me and Drew don't make any of the same content. And you bozos would know that if you just tried. If you just tried. You know what I'm saying? Like, also, him saying, like, we wouldn't make it in Miami tickled me silly. Like, that was the funniest thing either one of them said in that entire podcast. Because he said Miami like it held some weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was Barcelona. It was Paris. It was the Maldives. We're talking about fucking Miami. Y'all be struggling to have the fucking foundation of y'all house work when a hurricane sweep through. We're not checking for Miami. And also, me and Drew got money and clout. We're good literally anywhere. What the fuck are y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? And then the girl was like trying to read, I guess, when she said, yeah, all they have in their comments are girls. The bitches pay the bills. Like, I'm not seeing the issue. I'm not seeing the dig. You mad because I tell girls that they bad bitches?
Yeah.
I'm evil for that?
Yeah.
You in somebody mama basement with a musty ass dude in a dark room on a mic. That podcast is not getting any clicks. Wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? This is your most viral video in 4 weeks because you said Drew's fucking name. And maybe if you had a bunch of yes queens in your
She did
comments,
her
they would tell you
research.
to get rid of the
She
fucking
did.
side part.
Alright,
God.
cool.
Okay, let's go back.
I'm the type of guy that I like to break down a video like piece by piece. So
Wait. Click back on that one YouTube. You don't have to play it, but just click the YouTube real quick. Click it to where you see Fanita's big ass. Because in the end, is that on the side part? Is her hair parted to the side?
yeah.
That's parted to the side, right? Okay, I just want to make sure because she's like, you can change your part. There's plenty of things you can change, big girl. But let's go back. I just thought that was funny. Where were we? She said that we were in someone's basement. What do you pay for this studio again?
Hold on, let's see.
Thank you. Look at the view. What do you pay for this studio?
Shit, we're hitting almost $6,000 a month in rent alone.
Oh, but you know what it is? She mentioned how they have enough followers and clout. That is the problem with this generation. You guys live off the internet. You sell yourself short. You have a bunch of yas queens in your comment section telling you that you're big and beautiful. To each their own. But I want to let you know, the girls that are telling you that you're big and beautiful, they're not paying your bills. They're not trying to wife you up. They're not going to beat the pillow with you at nighttime when you're trying to help somebody for Christmas. You're buying your own bags. So that's the problem with the generation. You guys sell your stuff cheap, and then you buy your shitty little bags, and then you tell yourself you're happy. But that's all the validation you need, because you have all the clout in the world to feel happy, because that's what the world needs, clout, but not reality, because you need an inhaler to take the whole video. But, to each their own.
Yeah. Let me say my piece too. I don't think did I ever say anything negative about this girl? Because I don't really like to speak like that about women. But the only thing I disagreed with her was when she said that men's rights are only to go to war and die.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's literally what we do. And yet, why do men actually do that? We do that for our families. We do that for our loved ones. Everything that they were using, microphones, chairs, table, I'm pretty sure a guy created that, right?
Yeah.
They try to minimize what guys do for people in the world, and it's crazy to me. Also, another thing, we're hitting almost almost $6,000 for rent just for the studio alone.
Yeah.
We're in one of the most expensive parts of Miami. Literally, fucking.
But like self-made with integrity. I don't know
Right.
what you're doing out there. Listen.
And like we're not doing this off YouTube either. Like, this is actually, like, we work regular jobs and we work hard for what we have. We literally live right across from the Miami Heat Stadium. The fucking superstar for the Miami Heat lives right upstairs. So yeah, it kind of sucks that she says that. Also, musty. I don't know if I'm musty.
Listen, one thing I know about big girls, when you're that big, you can't get around the whole, the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's crevices that you can't get in. So
Yeah. Nah, God bless her though.
God bless
I'm
you,
not
man.
mad at her at all. It really sucks to see that they're using their platform for negativity, right? And then she says, you guys are mad because I tell girls that they're bad bitches. Yeah, actually, like, I wouldn't call her a bad bitch.
that's not.
She got mad because I said that she wouldn't make it in Miami.
Yeah.
What I meant by that was no one down here would even take two looks at her, right? She's overweight. Let's call it what it is. I know people are gonna say, "Oh, well, you're so mean. You shouldn't be calling people that." She's overweight, guys.
It's unfiltered.
That's literally like she's like 4 people in one.
Yeah.
Right? She wouldn't make it down here in Miami. And I wasn't talking about financial. I was talking about in the dating market. She would not make it down here.
But see, this goes back to the whole situation of women empowerment and women in the work industry. Because when you make that type of money, you automatically assume every conversation goes back to financial status. But in reality, talking to a man, no real man gives a shit about how much money you make. Only bum dudes care about how much money you make. So if you're gonna sit there and flex your clout and your money, when we're talking about realistic facts of, like, I talk to plenty of people today. For example, women in Venezuela. It is indoctrinated in them to give a shit about their beauty from a young age. They can't leave the house with no bonnet on. They have to leave the house done at all times. Same thing in Miami. You gotta look crispy on point. So I mean, it was honestly just I don't think anything we said was tangibly crazier than the shit that they were saying. And oh, men aren't being men's need to die. Other than me, the reason why I'm a little bit more harsh is woman to woman, we already know what's up. Content creator to content creator, y'all make garbage crap online all day. If I'm garbage, you're garbage, let's just be a big pile of garbage. At the end of the day, let's just say who has more substance, because she needs an inhaler.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, but also let's talk about the fact that if we sat here and made a podcast bashing women, I mean, we would be canceled the first episode.
Yeah.
Right? But they can sit here and bash men and talk crap about men. And guess what? They have 157,000 subscribers because there's a lot of women out there that feel like them and they're empowered to feel like that.
Exactly.
But again, men can't do that.
No, they really can. And like, I have never seen a testimony, thing from her or Drew of women saying, "Thank you so much for opening my eyes." I get that shit all the time.
Same.
Of people telling me, like, "Thank you for speaking on something that I've seen but have not heard.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was okay." Like, I feel like I'm doing some sort of justice for somebody. And for you, you're creating delusion. You are the reason why all these chicks out here who are not working on self-improvement think that they should be accepted the way they are.
Mm-hmm.
That is my biggest flaw with you, because I want to have kids. I have cousins, nieces, nephews, like all of them. They look up to people that are on the internet. And you have this huge platform, and what are you teaching them? Oh, to breathe heavy on the mic?
Yeah.
Come on, man. You're on the mic. You should have really sat up a little bit. I couldn't even see where your neckline was at. So I'm going to continue being me. You continue doing you, boo, with your little clout. But understand clout does die down. Because if you're not real to yourself, the world will see that.
Yeah, and also what I meant by she wouldn't make it in Miami is she thinks that because she has a little bit of success, that guys here care about that.
Yeah.
It goes back. Men don't care about the success of a woman.
You
Like,
don't.
if I met a girl, right, and she's like, oh, I'm a millionaire. Okay, that's your money. That's not my money.
Exactly.
Right, but in the opposite end, it's like I have to have $1 million to impress a girl, and I know that I'm gonna have to share my money with her. So in essence, when I was saying she wouldn't make it down here, she's overweight, she's big,
Yeah.
she's entitled. Clearly, she talks bad about men. I mean, there's a lot of things wrong with her, but yeah, I step by what I said. She wouldn't make it down here in Miami.
She wouldn't make it all.
Yeah.
You would actually have to run or walk or whatever. You probably feel
Yeah.
everywhere. And you know what's funny? Again, we'll go back to the side thing. You're fucking with my hair, but at least my shit is real. At least my shit is real.
We're canceled.
It's real.
We're so canceled.
But you know what's funny? You got like 20 different identities online. A new look every time. So I think it's funny how they hate on generic looking girls, which I think is ironic. Because you don't even know what identity she is today, tomorrow, and you want voting rights?
Yeah.
Get your shit together, girl. Please.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but still, God bless them. You know, I wish them the best. I don't hate on any podcast. I know that we're all creators here. And it just sucks, though. Again, how can you fucking bash guys and get a following off that shit? I just don't understand it.
Because this is how TikTok is created.
Fuck, man. It's like...
Have you heard of that, right?
Right, I understand. I've seen women go on TikTok and bash men, and their likes and their shares are crazy.
Yeah.
And men aren't even allowed to go on TikTok and say, hey, man, I had a rough day, because even men talk shit to them.
Yep.
So it's just a harsh fucking reality out here.
Again, take the accountability. You are sitting with Drew Buffalo. Y'all two just trash on the stupidest subjects. If you can say the same thing on me, we're all entitled to our own opinions. That's fine. But again, when I look at your comment section, it just says a lot because they all look like you. They all have Smurfy looking hair. They are built like you. Of course, y'all need each other's validation. And you can sit here and say, "Oh, men are in your comment section." Wrong, sis. I got men and women, and I got a ring on my finger. I don't know what you're doing, but you probably have to fit one a huge size on yours if you can even get one.
Yeah.
So it's just to each their own. But somebody in the chat, Aaron Waddleton, said, "I care more about how the success is obtained." Respect, bro. That's the thing. Women don't realize that men care about your success, like how you create your success. It wasn't like if you're gonna have success and you're just popping vaginas and you're just roasting men online, that's a joke. I don't care what anybody says. But that's all I have in that.
Yeah. Another thing is, you know, let's say she does meet a guy and she's like, oh, I'm a YouTuber, and she has some success. Okay, but like that guy's gonna do his research and see that she's bashing men.
Yeah.
And women like that, typically the reason why they hate men is because they probably don't have a good history with men.
They can't get
They can't get men, or the guys that they do want don't want them.
exactly.
And then just in general, you can tell she's so unhappy with herself. She sits there and talks bad about men, and her following eats that shit up because they're probably all overweight, fat bitches, right? And then another thing is, what you said to the point is, I know that you get messages every single day of women and men saying, wow, like you really helped me with this message. Or,
Yeah.
this video that I saw really changed my life. And the same thing with me. I've had people reach out to me and say, wow, dude, like I really appreciate what you said. And I doubt they're getting that.
I highly doubt it. I don't know. I think it's right. I was actually like laughing because I didn't see the reaction video. One of my friends messaged me. She's like, I just tagged you in the video. I was like, wait, what? And for the past 24 hours, my comment section has been like, the bang though, the side hair. I'm like, bro, I always part my hair to the side. I don't understand what the problem is with that. So
Yeah. Well, you've had a history with running into people with big followings, like, you know, Destiny. His
yeah.
people came after you, and
But that's the thing. It's like I say things and it triggers people so much. And instead of saying like to me, if somebody says something about me that's kind of factual, I'd be like, oh shit, she found me. All right, whatever. You know?
Yo, same thing with me. I had a guy today message me. He's like, on my reel, he's like, you need to speak better. You need to speak faster. You speak like, and I'm like, thanks for the feedback, dude. Like, I actually appreciate that shit. Like, I'm gonna actually take your critique and I'm gonna look into it and I'm gonna better myself.
I was wondering. I was like, did you do drugs today? Like, why are you so like, yeah?
Why was that so nice? Because I realized, like, I'm like, who the fuck are you, dude? Shut the fuck up. Especially if you don't have a picture, right? But I'm learning that I'm like, you know what? Let me change my perspective. Let me change the way I intake stuff. And so now I'm like, okay, what can I do positive about this? And actually, I was surprised there was a guy on there defending me.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it's cool. Actually, I appreciate the critiques. You know? So shout out to everybody that's critiquing me online.
Shout out to, is it Neville Buxton I've never literally heard Angela lie. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to you, Buxton.
Buxton. Accountability is 100% one of the most important things in my opinion. Yeah, that's a tough one for a lot of people.
Yeah, let's read the rest of these chats. Someone said, welcome to the internet. She healthy for sure.
Did you hate that?
Yeah, no, she's really, I mean, 'cause like, I was gonna say something mean, but again, I don't want to talk about it.
She'd be great for Lord of the Flies.
Just imagine her trying to get up off that chair though, like, holy shit. And by the way, I hate that she said we're in a basement, guys. That shit really pissed me off.
38th floor.
Right, 38th floor. We're literally at the top of the building that we're in, so that's crazy as well. Brianna, I see you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Do we have another video we want to react to? What was that?
No, it was just those two videos that it correlates with her. I also want to touch on how you feel about liking Instagram photos while in a relationship, like naked photos of other chicks.
I used to get in trouble for that a lot, man.
Do you feel like you're wrong?
Here's the thing. I used to justify it and be like, well, that's what Instagram's for, right? It's literally made to, to like stuff.
Okay.
Because to a certain extent, Instagram's changed a lot over the years, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I always maintained, I was like, yeah, it's just a like, but I realized it wasn't just a like. If I like that picture, it's something deeper than that. You know what I mean? Like, I go back into my history and I'm like, yeah, actually, I would probably fuck that girl.
Oh, so you're admitting to this.
Yeah,
nice.
I'm admitting to it.
Okay, that's real. I'll say
I think I just snitched on everybody, all the guys out there, my bad guys.
So if you're in a relationship, you should not be liking scandalous photos of women, what you're saying.
I think now the age that I'm at, I think I can understand women more the way they see it. When I was younger, I was like, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But now, as an adult, I feel like, yeah, it just it leaves that footprint that you always talk about, right? And then it starts up, because now that person sees that you liked it, and then they'll like something, and then, there's one point in time, this one guy, he was like, oh, if you like the first 3 pics, and they come back and like the first 3 pics, then yeah, there's a spark there. And people actually used to do that shit.
To you?
Yeah, to me, and I used to do it to him too.
You little.
Back in the day.
Back
in the day,
like
yeah.
2 months ago?
Nah, back when Instagram first started, 30 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So wait, if you're dating a girl and she does post like those type of photos, promiscuous photos, and you like photos of other girls, then would you think it's fair game? Is that why?
I never looked that deep into it, to be honest. It wasn't until like my last relationship where I realized that everything did matter.
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's a lot of, by the way, I'm surprised at the amount of shit that you can post on Instagram now.
What do you mean?
Like you showed me a picture of one girl that literally was showing her.
Her punani.
Yeah.
Like literally just like an inch was covering
Right.
the hole.
Bro, that was legit porn on Instagram.
You
And
had to say corn online.
oh shit,
Corn.
corn. That was legit corn on Instagram, and they allowed it. They literally allowed it. But I cursed yesterday on one of my comments, and they deleted the whole comment.
Yeah.
So welcome to Instagram. But yeah, back to what we were saying. I think when you like a naked girl's picture, or just any girl in general, I don't think it's right. I don't think you should be doing that. But again, I'm older. All the younger guys in here are gonna.
Hey, who are you? Yesterday you were talking about threesomes and all this stuff.
I'm still the same guy. I'm still the same guy. I just think, I think as a man you should be, because here's the thing, even if you like a girl's picture, like a lot of these girls aren't gonna reply to you. So like, what are you liking it for? You just saw it.
Yeah, I personally never liked that, not just because of how it looks in general, but how it makes you look as a character. It just makes you look so cheap, in my truest opinion. I know that's what Instagram is designed for, but I feel like Instagram is designed for work. Obviously, you can cover it up, facade it with promiscuous stuff, but like, what's your general goal once you get traffic there?
Yeah.
And if you're just selling that, like, understand that that's what they're there for. They're literally just there to like your photos, subscribe to your OnlyFans. But other than that, I don't understand why. Like, somebody said, well, what if I want to make parents and stuff online? That's what Facebook and WhatsApp is for. I don't understand why you're on Instagram, because Instagram is just photos.
Yeah.
Literally just photos. If you're trying to connect with your family, it should be through, FaceTime or in person. Not posting photos. We all know Instagram looks great and fluffy. It's nice. We all look happy on there.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone's fucking miserable. And it's hard to. Like, I've always said that if I can tell your life by looking at your Instagram, then you're showing too much. That's personally,
Yeah, no, and I agree. People only put their best selves on Instagram.
Yeah. Except for Fanita though, she was on. That was different.
Shout out to Fanita. I'm gonna look her up on Instagram and give her a follow. I have no hate for her. I just really wish. You know what I wish? I wish that she could understand and really like with the guy that came after me earlier. I really wish you could see the message and say, okay, you know what? This guy or this girl is just mad at the things that I said. Like they don't really have a problem with me. They're mad at the fact that I literally said that men only have the right to go to war and die. Why don't women have that same right?
Like I said, if she just took accountability, if she would just watch her entire interview over and just realize how cringy that made her look, that literally just you incriminated yourself. And instead of understanding, like, I never knew her prior to that. Watching that video was like, ill, disgusting. Like, I hate to say this, but you gonna be big and beautiful, at least mentally or emotionally. You can't be big and ugly. So you gotta pick a struggle. And that was two negatives for me.
Yeah.
So personally, I'm not a nice person. I'm okay with being a villain. And based off of that, I'm gonna pass on the follow. But Eric is my nice person here.
So if she hits you up and says she wants to do a collab, you're not gonna work with her?
That would actually require her to take accountability. I don't think like unicorn world. But if she did, I'd be like, oh, you want to squash this beef?
Yeah.
Okay, that's strange. But
shout out to Ange going viral on TikTok and starting beefs.
I like starting beef. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, she looks very innocent, guys, but she's not. She's a firecracker. Let's read some of the more chats. Some of the rest of these.
They're very active in the chat today. Thank you,
Shout
Angie.
out to
Angie was the one who told me.
All right,
Shout out to Angie. She said, I don't mind my partner liking photos as long as they don't act on anything. You like testing the waters, Angie. That's what it is.
Yeah, Angie sounds dangerous.
Angie is dangerous. Angie's dangerous. That's like a gateway. It's almost like, I don't mind you trying drugs as long as you don't buy it all the time. That's reckless.
Rafe. Yo, I love that name, Rafe. That's a coolest name. But I don't think a girl in a relationship should be able to self-love, post in bikini and shit like that.
I agree. I hate to say it.
Yeah. I know you definitely agree with that.
You know I do, because I you can't preach these things and then like straddle the lines of it and say like, oh, I'm doing it for work.
Mm-hmm.
There's other podcasts people out there that are doing these things who don't have to sell themselves that way. Just because I am a girl, I am in this space doesn't mean I have to post bikini pics or nightlife pics just to prove that I'm doing this for work. I don't agree with the bikini stuff either. There's other ways to solidify yourself. And the problem with once you expose yourself on the internet with bikini, once a guy interacts with you, he only sees with his dick. He doesn't talk with anything else other than that. It's almost like, oh, I kind of saw this. I'm aroused. I don't care if you're smart. I don't care if you can't sell it. I don't care what you think.
That's a fact right there.
I'm only
That's
seeing,
from a guy's perspective.
all I see is for what you objectified yourself for, which is a sexual matter. So you do it to yourself and you do that. At least leave some imaginary reasons for him to be like, all right, is she smart? What is she here for? You're a pro bono lawyer? What's your goal? So, yeah.
You want to take this one?
Yeah, she said if there are girls posting those type of photos, their men can like other photos. I don't know if that was a statement or a question, but I think
that
that's
was a statement.
a statement. No, I think it's fair game. But to me, that's a toxic situation because at the end of the day, like every girl is going to eventually flip the coin and be like, you know what? I don't like that you're liking all these chicks' photos, and then he's gonna be like, okay, but you're posting these type of photos, so it's a fair game. And I just don't believe in that toxic type of relationship. That's why I don't participate in it. And it's normal for this culture, so I don't know how that is. I don't know for everyone else nowadays. Like,
I think that's exactly what you said. That it was like the gateway.
Yeah.
That's literally how the disrespect starts.
Yeah.
Because then you start inviting other stuff in.
Yes.
If we're being honest. Let me see. I'll read another one. What was it? The next one. Someone said, "What was the biggest lesson from your worst breakup?"
Wait. Say that again.
That was
You want to move on?
Vito.
It's the same.
Yeah. So someone said, "What was the biggest lesson from your worst breakup?"
I haven't had anything crazy. Let's see. My biggest lesson was to. That's a good question.
Yo, I love that we're like answering these questions, guys. Keep writing questions, and we'll just keep answering them. I'll take this one since she's struggling because she has like the perfect relationship.
No, I don't.
So my biggest lesson was being honest from the start, and not only being honest, but also just putting down the expectations for the relationship, right? So if you're gonna go into a relationship and you want a certain type of lifestyle, just be honest with the girl, because
if that's not something that she's into, then eventually it'll never work out anyways.
Mhm.
But then also you give that opportunity, you give that person the opportunity to say, you know what, I'm not with that, or you know what, I'm willing to try to, work with you on that. So that was my biggest learning lesson, was that, hey, I should have just been honest and straight to the point. Like, hey, I like you, I think you're hot, I want to be with you, but also later down the road I want to have a threesome. You know what I mean? Just like that.
Yeah, that never leaves your mind.
Yeah, the threesome.
Yeah, the threesome never leaves your
All
mind.
right, what's the next one, bro?
I think we're all caught up.
We're caught up. Oh, I remember mine now. Okay. Mine was what?
Well, I see a whole bunch more.
No, they're saying the audio was messed up.
The audio
Fixed
was
now.
funky.
Yeah, but someone go above. That same guy said something else. He said, as for women in a relationship, they shouldn't post anything they wouldn't mind their significant other. Mother's sorry guys, Anwar moved the thing.
No,
Seeing
this is
the
the one I
photo.
put up before, and you want to go back to this one.
Oh no, I didn't see that one. Okay. What's the next? Keep going down a little bit.
It's all audio.
All right, cool. So Anwar's been fucking up the audio. I apologize, guys. I mean, ever since we started, people in the chat have been saying the audio. So shout out to Anwar.
Oh Lord.
He said the audio is good. Audio is better. Look,
Oh
audio.
my
W Anwar.
God.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. All right, so if you guys don't have any more questions, I'll let Ange go to the next topic.
Right. Good topic. That was a funny topic. What is up with women ghosting men?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
No, don't ask me, because I'm gonna just react to like the whole Miami scene. You know, and how I am.
Wait, so your entire dating history is based off Miami? Like, what's up with that?
No, but like my most recent, even like I can only speak like when I was working with Fresh and Fit. Obviously, I learned so much about the women. I didn't even have to date the women. I mean, I literally just saw the way they were when they came in, how they acted. These women here are actors.
Yeah.
Like very good actors, and they'll sit here and they'll use you, and they'll make you feel like you're the dude, and then boom, gone.
So how do you feel about women using men the way men use women? Because
We don't use each other the same way.
Okay, why?
Well, think about it. Men just want sex.
Okay.
Like, and a guy will wine and dine a woman, and he's only really looking for the sex. And women are looking for men to do different things. Women want to know if a man can be emotionally available, right? If she can cry to him, if she can trust him with her secrets, if he can protect her, and if he can provide for her. Like a lot of these girls in Miami, I hate to say it, they can't pay their rent. Rent's not cheap here. That fat chick that was just talking about we live in a basement, rent $6,000 here. $6,000. $6,000 is a lot of money anywhere in the world. So yeah. That's men and women don't use each other the same way.
I agree. I don't think I would think the logic behind women ghosting is it goes back to what I always say. Women like to do these things where they get validation from men, even if it's not the right guy. He'll come up to you and he wants your phone number. He's interested because you look like you want some company. And instead of turning him down, you usually take the company, the phone number, and then some other guy will come along that will just top notch up. You just ghost this guy.
Yeah.
Because nobody's really true to themselves anymore. And I think that's one of the weirdest things, because for me, I would like to say I'm pretty transparent with who I like and don't like in my life, friends, coworkers, and people that I'm with. I don't get why you would take someone's phone number and then just ghost them. I think this is like such a coward thing to do.
I think women do that because they don't want to hurt feelings, though.
But they
like a woman would take a guy's number and know she has no intentions to ever reach out to that guy.
No, so it's not that. So what they do is they try to build up a roster, and then they realize that emotionally it doesn't let them do it. So they take these phone numbers. They're like, oh my God, I feel like I went to the clubs tonight. My friends got some dudes to buy them drinks. I'm gonna take a phone number because it makes me feel like at least I got something worth going on. I bought this outfit. I looked good. I didn't get a drink, but at least I got a phone number. Next day comes, it's like post nut clarity. Then you realize like, all right, I really don't know why I took his phone number, because then you start, let's say you look up his Instagram, you're like, oh my God, he's into this. And oh my God. Then you start realizing that you really don't like this guy, that you were just living in the moment and you got his phone number for no reason. And then you just ghost him. That's sort of what it is. So it's like the current validation of it made you feel good.
Would it be fair to say that women, through text, right? Women actually can tell whether they're gonna like a guy or not. Even like you can't really get to know a person through text, but depending on like how frequently guys text you or how the vibe is through text, women would typically say, you know what, I'm gonna like this guy, or I'm gonna give this guy a chance to take me out.
Through text or in person?
No,
Because I
through
feel
text.
like
Because most people, like, they're not seeing each other in real life
Okay.
at first. They're seeing each other through Instagram. Almost like, I think there's an actual statistic where it says that like more than 50% of relationships start off social media nowadays.
mhm.
Like, people aren't actually meeting each other. They're not
Mhm.
going to the bar anymore, right? They're not going to dinner. They're not going out with their boys. They're finding each other on social media.
Okay.
So they're texting before they even see each other.
True. So you're saying like that? Does that the women know if they want to be with that guy for
Yeah,
sure?
but like just off the text history, right?
So this is why I hate answering this question, because you've seen it before. When you ask women a yes or no question, there's always like but, and then this, and then there's always like 10 other steps to why it's yes or no.
Mhm.
And in that situation, I want to say yes, they would know, but if they want the guy badly enough, they'll bypass it. You've seen women ignore red flags in relationships all the time,
Mhm.
and then 5 months down the line, 3 months down, oh, he wasn't what I thought he was, because she ignored the red flags.
Yeah.
So if she looked at his Instagram, she liked what he, stood for. He liked the cars and the flashy stuff, the followers. Even if it was a dry texter, she would still make it work.
Mhm.
I saw a TikTok the other day. This girl was crying that she went out of her way to drive 45 minutes to see this guy after he was super dry. She even showed us the text message. He was like, yeah, sure, see you. But she wanted so bad to be on that date with him. She still drove out of the way. And then turns out she went to the wrong coffee place and he showed 10 minutes away. So she drove 45 minutes just to go to a place that only took her 10 minutes to get there. And then he left.
That's crazy.
So women do make excuses. What is it? They make rules for the guys that they don't like, and they break rules for the guys that they don't like, or they break rules for the guys that they want. So that's really how women operate online or in real life.
Let me answer some more of these. Let's go all the way to the top, bro, where it says Keith. That's my boy, by the way. It says ghosting. Ghosting is universal. Trust me. It goes both ways. Yeah, I agree. So obviously, before I came to Miami, I was in Maryland, DC, and Virginia. Shout out to the DMV. And yeah, women ghost men over there too. Men ghost women too, but women ghost men a lot more often, right?
Yeah, men wouldn't ghost women as much, is because at least he still gets some pussy out of it.
Yeah.
But for women, it's like, we deep down, for those who say they don't care about their body count, knows that, damn, I really don't like them.
That's not the only reason why either, though. But like, a man is more unlikely to ghost you because that guy doesn't have as many options.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
At least he gets pussy. At least something. Give me something.
Yeah.
He's not gonna turn down pussy.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's keep it real here.
So guys are like, I got 2 girls. Wow, the girl has like 10 guys.
Somebody said post WAP clarity.
Let me see.
That's funny. Do women get post like clarity?
Show that one right there, bro. Yeah. Go ahead, you can read it.
All right. For Angela, do you think infidelity is always a deal breaker no matter what?
Ooh, good question.
Oh, wow.
Good question.
Wow. Damn. I'm gonna be dragged for this one.
Good question. Her boyfriend's watching too.
Damn. Okay, I want to say that I do not believe in infidelity. I don't think it's a fair game, but I think it's a necessary game. And the reason why I know y'all won't like this is because I know too many people miss the red flags. The self-awareness is no longer there. And sometimes it's a reality check. I don't know about the high value guys who just want to screw anyone and anything, but for the generic guys who are at home, who, like, I remember we mentioned this before, infidelity in a solid relationship. I'm speaking for traditional relationships, not the hookup crap. If you're hooking up with someone, you're cheating on her, that's on you. But I'm talking about a real, I love you, you love me, let's die together shop. If 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, the guy cheats on you, in my opinion, I think that somewhere down the line, women tend to get lazy in bed. And then let's say like she's grumpier, and then she has to work a 9 to 5 because they're trying to transition out of a 9 to 5.
Right.
Well, if you meet each other, we're both 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Our responsibilities are 50-50. Let's play this scenario really quick.
Yeah.
50-50 responsibility. You're working, I'm working. Sex, cool.
Mhm.
But the problem with that is you go over to your 30s and now I want to have kids. Now I just added on no longer 50. Now it's 60.
Yeah.
And then it's 40. And now think about
That's
all
true.
that. And then me having to take accountability, which is rare for women, that you wanted to work the empowerment lifestyle. You wanted to be a bad bitch, a boss bitch. And then you wanted to have kids also. Then you want to cook and clean and keep your man.
Mhm.
And and sex is also a big thing, but the sex is usually the last thing women worry about. They do everything besides the sex part. And what happens in that situation? The guy will cheat on you.
Mhm.
And I'm saying traditionally, like, no, he doesn't want to, but there's only so many times he can watch corn and then just realize like I'm tired of seeing the same chick over and over. You know, like this. I have a lunch wife at work that's bringing me little peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Like he might just.
That shit is true.
It's a real thing. So I don't think that people should go through it because that's fucked up. But this is real life. Let's talk about reality here. This is what happened in situations. And in reality, if the wife realized like, okay, let's sit back and realize what happened here. Like men just don't put a ring on you, marry you, and take the chances of his assets going to split in half just to cheat on you. There's a reason why that happens. There's a reason why everything happens. So personally, I would say if that happens, you should really see like, did you stop giving him head? Did you stop doing things that you started off the relationship with?
Yeah.
And if you do realize somewhere down the line you did slack off, like if you have kids, you get severely obese and you no longer feel sexy and in tune with yourself, you're no longer sexually in tune or emotionally in tune, what do you think is going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody cheats on you, in my truest opinion, if you leave him, fine, I guess. But that's fucked up that you left him and got hot as fuck for the new guy and not for the current guy. I hate that shit.
Yo, what the fuck is going on
It
today?
never makes any sense why women get hot as hell after a relationship. Get hot during the relationship.
Well, she's spitting fucking facts today, guys.
It always bothers me in that sense.
Yo,
And like,
let me get W's in the chat.
you
for
guys
Angela.
are too much right now. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why do you guys get hot for the new guys and not the old guy? And then the old guy is left with like, I really just wanted my dick sucked. It was nothing personal.
Ange keeps saying the real shit. So number one, she says women get lazy in bed. That is a fucking fact. All right. I don't think men get as lazy in bed because men, that's the one thing we're consistent.
That's all you guys do. You have to perform.
All we want is sex.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's all we want. So women do get lazy in bed. Another thing that Ange said, shout out to her, man. A guy doesn't want to tell you when he wants his am I allowed to say dick?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. A guy doesn't want to tell you when he wants his dick sucked. He literally just wants you to come walk your sexy ass over here and start doing it. Like that, if you do that throughout the relationship, you guys are gonna fucking last forever.
Yes.
I'm telling you, something as simple as that. So yeah, she's spitting facts. Let's go all the way up, bro. My boy has something to say. He said 65. I think he said 6K, right?
6K.
Go up a little bit more. Was it that? Yeah, 6K.
What did he say?
He said 6K. That shit better be a single family home with 5 bedrooms and 4. See, because that's my boy. He's from Maryland. Well, I think he still lives in Virginia. But so yeah, in up north, that's 6K a month. Yeah, you're living in a mansion over there. Unfortunately, bro, we're in Miami. We live right next to fucking celebrities. There's a whole bunch of celebrities in this fucking building. So yeah, we're not in a basement like they said we were. It's 6K a month, bro, and that shit is on a cheap side, to be honest. Oh no, I'm not cheap side, but maybe like the middle side. What's the next comment?
I'll read that for you. Question for Eric: when a woman isn't in the best financial standpoint, and that's somewhat a deal breaker, is that a deal breaker? And would you answer the same roles if the roles were reversed?
Damn, that's a long. Okay.
Sorry, my little Chinese eyes. I thought I could read that.
Guys, she's Japanese.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
Nah, she read it. She read it right. If a woman isn't in the best financial standpoint, is that see, no, bro. Like I can meet a girl that has like a broken down car, no job, or a low income having job, and that's not gonna matter to me because like I'm financially stable now. I've worked really hard to get here. I didn't get here just because, but like I'm not counting on her to pay for the bills. As a matter of fact, I think that if two people are dating and a guy's making you pay for shit, I think
that's a roommate.
Yeah, that dude right there shouldn't, like, that's not a guy. And I've had this conversation with girls before where I'm like, wait, you took him out? You paid for shit? You paid for dinner? You paid for the concert? You paid for drinks? Like, you're dating a fucking girl. You know what I mean? Like that's what men are supposed to do. We're supposed to provide, we're supposed to provision, and we're supposed to protect. And if a guy can't provide, then why the fuck are you giving him your all? It doesn't make any sense. But I'm probably gonna get some L's in the chat.
Wait, so are you okay with women just not being working then, since you want to provide everything?
Actually would rather a woman not work.
Like at all? Why?
Because like stay at home and take care of the family.
But have you ever noticed, like, when people do simple things that they get bored and their mind starts cooking up stupid shit?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you ever notice that?
I get that.
I think that's the biggest flaw with everything with that statement is, in my opinion, is Having someone stay at home and just raise kids, like that's when they start deteriorating. That's when sex goes down the drain because she's not going outside, she's not working. There's no in her mind, no competition of like I should still look good as Becky, Samantha, and like she's just like a housewife. She starts looking like Adam Sandler, and food starts tasting bland. That's when things go down the hill. And I think like this is the problem with current society. It goes one extreme or the other. So she goes to work, she's a boss bitch. And she's annoying. She keeps running around like, I can pay my own bills. You're like, okay, well then why am I here?
Yeah.
Then you have the girls who stay at home who just don't challenge themselves. Because I think that when you stay home, that's when you don't challenge yourself. And it's always one extreme or the other. If you're gonna stay at home, do your little cute Pinterest stuff. Find a little hobby that pays you like $10 an hour or some shit. Just for shits and giggles to keep your mind sharp so that you can still learn how to coexist with your partner.
But here's the thing too. Like, let's say you have kids with someone and you guys are both working. You're not raising those kids correctly.
What do you mean?
Like, think about it.
The guy or the girl?
Both people, right?
Why?
Like,
because she's working?
This is what I mean. This is why I said I'd rather a woman stay home. Like, stay home, take care of the kids. Because a woman is very important in her kids' lives.
I know that.
Right? So is a guy, but I don't think a guy has to be there all the time.
No, I don't think a guy has to be there. I agree with that. But I think it's coddle culture, like with women. I noticed that when women raising sons, for example, they coddle them so much. And I think like if women were like working maybe like 5 hours a day, 4 hours a day, and came home to her kid, I think it's a healthy balance because we are in like modern time. And to make it super traditional, I just don't think it's realistic anymore to just make her stay at home.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if two parents are working 9 to 5s, first of all, your kids are in school, and then when they get home, you're still at work. So YouTube's raising kids. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we know that.
Right?
Yeah.
So YouTube is raising kids, and a lot of times the stuff that kids are watching are good. But that's what I mean is like you can't raise kids the right way if you guys both are working. That's what I'm saying. Me personally,
no, I agree.
Yeah, me personally, I would rather her stay home and take care of the kids, and we can like have our fun and go out, do trips, and I'm not saying she can't work from home if she wants to do something like.
I would say a little bullshit job, like just to keep your mind sharp. Like I don't think women should be competing with men when it comes to the work environment. Like if you want to be the breadwinner, by all means, do it. I love that. I love my boyfriends like that. I don't have to worry about that aspect.
Yeah, that's me personally, though.
Personally, I think it just makes more sense. Like it fits for this time era. Like whatever I do here, it's all shits and giggles. I'm happy with it. It's not like a big thing, but with him, whatever he does, it's important. I need him to do that shit.
Yeah. Any more questions? Go back up, bro. I feel like we're skipping a lot, bro.
No, they're all being nice. Just saying W's.
Okay. Hold on. No, someone. Ange said another one.
What is Ange?
Okay. She just agreed. Okay, cool. Shout out to the chat, man. We love you guys.
Thanks for being so active.
I says, Eric, how do you feel about how much the dating game changed in your lifetime from in-person intros to social media DMs now? How do I feel about the way dating has changed? Well, I'm a little bit older, guys. When I was in school, you can go up to the girl you liked and just talk to her. And then I remember, what was the shit before MySpace?
MySpace was it for me, bro.
No. Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm 28.
No. There was I think it was before Instagram. It was MySpace.
What, AOL or something?
AOL, fucking MySpace. Someone in the chat's probably gonna catch that shit. It was MySpace, Facebook. Think about it, like ever since MySpace, people have been talking to each other on social media for years now, decades. So it's changed a lot, bro. You have fucking Tinder now. You can go on Tinder and match with people, literally.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say no names, but I know people that go on Tinder and match with people. And it goes down in the DMs. But so that's how easy it is, you know what I mean? But yeah, so it's changed a lot, bro. I honestly kind of wish the old days where you could go and just talk to a person in real life.
Well, I think like back in the day, it was more exciting to go meet up with someone in real life.
Hell yeah. You have to like get ready.
Yeah.
Like now, people just see the pictures you have up. Back in the day, you had to look your best.
Everything was pixel. Like you're just like, I had to go off your little blurry, shitty picture in the bathroom. And I'm like, damn, I wonder how you really look in real life.
Yeah.
It was back in the day, it was a true catfish day. And I think people were excited to see each other. Like, I may never see you ever again or some shit. You know?
Oh my God. And then also you couldn't even talk like that on the phone because, technology now is crazy, but back then you had the cord phones. You didn't
Yeah.
have the cell phones back
Oh
then.
yeah, y'all see this generation's too privileged with the emojis, because now you no longer have to figure out how to type the penis thingies and the eggplants and all that stuff. The emojis are doing all the work for you. So
Crazy.
that's crazy how we've abused it to that extent where it is a privilege, but I think people have forgotten how to actually communicate in real life, and then we're just using emojis. Like somebody just talks in emojis. We no longer need to actually type out words. We no longer actually communicate with each other, because the emojis and is it GIFs?
Yeah,
Is it called it?
GIFs,
The GIFs are doing all the work.
Yeah.
To a certain degree, like it's just funky at this point.
All right, any more? I want to make sure we get to all your comments, guys. We appreciate
You guys have
so
great,
fucking much.
great questions today. By the way, we like these.
We appreciate you guys. Let Anwar work real quick. Go ahead, take this one.
All right, talking about accountability in relationships. Do you have a personal flaw that you'd like to fix if you could? I'm sorry. For both.
They're coming for me.
Damn.
Yeah, my anger, guys. I would definitely work on my anger. My anger has gotten me in a lot of trouble in relationships, and and just in real life in general too. I think also my co-host brought up the fact that I'm very pessimistic. I would agree with that. I am a very pessimist. Oh, I was a very pessimistic person. I would think about the worst. I'm like, yo, how did this happen? How could it have been changed? And on the other hand, I have my co-host. She's like, nigga, that hasn't even happened yet. Calm down. And I'm like, all right, yeah, you're right. And then so I'm learning a lot, but definitely my anger and yeah, I would just say my anger.
Your anger?
Yeah, my anger.
Oh wow. For me, I would say compassion. I would have to say.
Like that you're not compassionate, or that you lack.
I'm one extreme to the other when it comes to that.
Too much compassion.
It's one extreme. Like I'm either too compassionate to where like I take the L and I harbor the anger, or I don't have it at all because like I've worked for everything and I expect you to work the same way.
And
when you don't do it, I get kind of pissy about it, and then it shows. And I'm learning how to just learn each person, because I know everyone is the same but different at the same time. So if I would just learn each person and just cater to what they need, and if I give you what you need, I would hope you would give it to me in return. And like that's the L that I'm taking, and I'm hoping to God that maybe you'll pick up. And if you don't, I need to learn how to have compassion. Understand that's to each their own. You're just who you are, and you're not an asset to my life. And just not. I don't want to force everyone to be like me. So
yeah, I think everybody in the chat can agree that when we set expectations for people and they don't mean it, that's a huge disappointment. I think we kind of set ourselves up for that. Like I used to do that a lot. I'm like, oh, if I work this hard and this person sees me working this hard, then they're going to match my energy. No, bro. There's a lot of people around you that are never going to match your energy. They don't care about stuff the way you do. They're not as passionate. Some people are depressed, and it sucks to say because I've been there before. They let the depression get the best of them. Depression used to get me so bad that I used to be stuck on the couch, like not wanting to do shit. You know what I mean? So I realized how to fucking use that shit to my advantage. But setting the right expectations for people. That's why I said, even like when I started this, I said the one thing I could change back in relationships is I would go back and say, hey, I like you. I think you're attractive. I think we can have something together, but these are my expectations for the relationship. These are my intentions, right? And if you can't meet these, then we're gonna end up breaking up a year or two from now. But I'd rather now so I can know which way we're gonna go.
Nice.
So
what is it? Rate said I'm 100% guilty of using emojis. Listen, I think everything is a privilege. You can abuse everything you want as long as you know how to actually utilize everything in real life.
The fuck is MSM?
That's the messenger.
Oh shit. Okay. I'm an old guy here, guys. I'm old. All right. Any more? What? It was ASL. You remember that shit? No, you're too young.
No, I don't know. What
Yo, back in the shout out to Today with Julius.
Oh.
Back in the day, you used to just message someone ASL. That used to be age, sex, and location. What's your age? Wait, was the sex? It was just like male or women.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't like let's have sex. No, like Julius is about to get in trouble. And then location was obviously like where you located, what state, what city.
Wow.
Yeah, that was damn.
He dirty bastards. Okay.
Let's see another one. You take that one.
How do y'all feel about women putting a timer on when men should propose?
That's stupid. Sorry.
Go into detail.
I'm a guy. There's no girl that's gonna be like, oh, you have 2 years to propose. Like,
all right, this is my take on it. I think that if you have to ask a man to marry you, then one, you're not the right chick. Like even if it's right or wrong, I feel like most situation I've seen, a guy could date a girl within like the first couple of weeks. We're like, damn, this bitch is bad. I gotta wife her up. He could just be saying it, but in his mind, he's like, if all things align in the world, I would literally marry her right now. If a guy dates you a year, 2 years, 3 years, and he still haven't wifed you up, you're not the one. You're conveniently probably washing his clothes, sucking his dick, filling a gap for him. Appreciate it, but like it doesn't take someone 10 visits at a restaurant to know it's 5 star. So at the
Agreed.
first visit, you would know if it's your favorite restaurant or not.
Agreed. Yeah. And shout out to all the guys in the chat, man. Shout out to you guys. All my kings, know your worth. Don't sit here and propose to a girl just because she wants to be proposed to. Fuck that, bro. I feel like society kind of like, because of like Disney.
It's cringy. I think it's so cringy when I see women put a timer on when men should propose to them,
Yeah.
because that tells me that you're not aware of like you're just there. You're just existing in his life, but you're not an important person. You're
That's
not
that whole
priority.
entitlement part, right? Like women feel like, oh, well, he has to propose by 2 years. Bro, fuck that.
Nobody asked you to whore around your teen years, your younger years, and then now you're pushing 30, you want to have a kid. Now you're gonna push the clock and the guy should wife you up.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, don't waste your youth on stupid shit and then get mad that when you're pushing 30, marry me by next year. This is the ultimatum.
Nah,
like
they're tripping.
they're tripping. That's
Yeah.
why I say, like, you guys, you don't like the things that I talk about on TikTok and YouTube because you think I'm bashing women. No, I'm bringing awareness and alertness. Like, y'all need to be aware of what you're doing. The consequences are no guy that you actually want is going to marry you because you're whoring around your younger years. When you're
fucking
both
agree.
right, you're
Yeah.
purity, you're young, you're fruitful, and you're wasting it on a bunch of losers because you're saying your body count doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, now he has to wife you up. That doesn't make any sense.
I saw a TikTok video where this girl was literally like going off, and it is so funny to me because she was like, oh, he didn't propose to me, so I broke up with him. And all you see in the comment section is nothing but women. Yes, girl, you did the right thing. Bro, what the fuck?
Yep.
It's so stupid.
Yep.
God damn. All right, let's go to the next. Rafe said, what would be one thing you would say would be the best attribute about the other gender? Question for both.
Shit.
For you and me.
All right.
For me, it's ass or boobs.
That
What
was
is
the
it
only
for
thing you
you?
would say. The best attribute to each other's gender.
Yeah. To the opposite gender, I'm guessing.
I
I was kidding about that, guys. I think for women, it's the fact that women can make men feel peace. Like I can't go to my boys and feel peaceful.
All right.
That's some gay
I
ass
wasn't
shit.
expecting that from you today.
Yeah, but if I can't go to my boys, like if I ever go to a woman, it's because I just want fucking peace. Like I'm already dealing with enough. I'm already struggling with like enough shit. I'm paying enough shit. I'm trying to make enough stuff happen. So when I go to a woman, it's like if you can give me peace, I'm gonna come back.
All right.
Yeah.
I think for me or for women, it's
Money.
security. So I guess money. It's
Financial security, guys. You
whoever's
heard it here first.
definition of security is. Like for me, I want to know that I'm safe with my person. Not just financially, but like physically and emotionally. Like the world is not by your side. Let's just keep it real. Society sucks because everyone's selfish because they're all miserable. And who you choose to be with is really important because you want them to care for you as if your brother would care for you, your dad would care, your family would care for you. And that even means like your well-being. Did you sleep? Did you eat? Are you broke? Are you hurt? Like that's really important. And I think like when you find a guy who actually caters to all those emotions, not because he's a simp, because he's the right one. He understands like, wow, I see the innocence in this person. I want to shower you with my security, that I will be here for you and that I will take care of you in ways that you can't fend for yourself. And I think that's what women are missing. Like you're chasing after financial things that you could provide for yourself. Sure. But you're not really happy providing for yourself. Like I've asked many women, do you want to buy your own bag or do you want a guy to buy it for you?
No.
They've always said they want a guy to buy it for them because
right.
Because at the end of the day, like you don't want to do these things by yourself. And when a guy showers you that type of love and the security, you feel happy and at peace with yourself.
That's one of the most turn-offy things a woman can say to me is,
what?
I'm independent. I got my own. Like, okay, the fuck? That shit don't attract me.
I would have been like, pay your own. I couldn't be a man in this day age. I'd be like, pay for your own dinner.
No, but it's like, I got my own. I'm independent. I don't need a man. All right, bitch. I don't want you either anyway. So
shout out to Brianna Spears.
Yeah, Brianna. I like how honest and open you guys are being. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think it's really cool that we get to talk to you guys, man. I'm really glad we're doing this. I know Anwar is missing a shit ton of comments, so he's gonna go back up. Nevo says, "What's the last time you
I think it's what's the most time you should date someone.
Okay, what's the
before.
most time? All right, buddy. What's the most time you should date someone before asking her out?
Oh wow.
Again, this goes back to intent, man. I feel like I don't talk to just any girls, right? So like if I do talk to a girl, it's intentional. I'm not just gonna fucking entertain anybody. So
Really?
yeah,
You?
yeah. For me, it's like if I talk to a girl and I really like her, I'm gonna try to. Bro, I've only dated 3 girls, like real dates, like
Oh,
relationships.
real dates.
Yeah, yeah. I'm talking
Okay.
about relationships.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
talking about like I'm not talking about like a girl you're just like trying to go out and smash. I'm talking about like a real relationship. Um, 3 relationships my whole life. That's not bad for a dude.
Poor dude.
Yeah. So I'm intentional about it, guys. I'm gonna ask probably like within the first week. Be like, yo, like how serious are you about this? If you're not, cool, let me know. Moving on. And if you feel the same way, then we start to set the expectations.
Yeah, it's different for women. I think like the minute women walk into a room and you see a bunch of people, she eyes herself on the person that she already wants to be with. Like we're just emotional. I want to say that we're more so. We don't look at men and just say, you know what, he's not tall enough, but maybe he has good penis. Like women just don't think that way. And for women, we'll look at the whole. You heard the girls yesterday. We look at the whole package. So if we look at you, we're in the whole room. We're vetting everyone out. That looks like the best one. Best one to be with, sleep with, protect with. Da 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 da. So it's like that's who we want to be with. So when we walk up to you, we already wanted to be in a relationship with you.
Let me ask you a question. Since we're talking about this, I think all the guys in this chat are gonna appreciate this question.
Oh my goodness.
If you're in a relationship with someone, right? Be honest. This is unfiltered.
Sure.
And the internet never forgets, guys. So if you're in if women are in a relationship with someone, right? And let's say you go into a room and you find this guy, he's the best guy in the room, you like him, you're attracted to him, blah, blah, blah. During the relationship, at any point, maybe let's say it's a 5-year relationship, when you see a guy that's better than that guy, he's better. He looks better, right? Remember, when you met this guy, at that time, he was the best choice. But now there's a better choice. There's a guy that goes to your gym. This guy looks better. His physique is better. You see the car he drives. You don't ever say, damn, like, what if I went and dated him? Like that, or is it true that women are like, oh no, when I'm with someone, I only have eyes for them? I think that's cap.
It is cap for this current generation. And the reason why
I think it's cap for all generations.
No, I think that most people like women cope with settling. So by the time they have agreed that this is the person I'm gonna be with, like let's say my grandma back here, she's accepted. She's sulking in her misery. She doesn't look elsewhere. Like she's like, this is the best it gets. But the problem with nowadays is like there's so much options because of the internet that you're constantly comparing this guy to this guy, but you're not really working on yourself to get the best. So you're gonna be with somebody just enough for him to to entertain the night, and then that does happen. But I guess for me in specific, if you're speaking anecdotal, like for me, I like to seek out the best option for myself that is within reason what I believe I can get. And regardless of women out there saying like, oh, you're a 10, da da da, you can tell yourself that, but the proof is in the pudding. And for me, I set myself up to be at a good spot for my partner to mesh well with me. And realistically, like yesterday we talked about like Bad Bunny and stuff like that. You may look at somebody and maybe I'm just too realistic. I don't allow myself to have that type of fun, not because I'm not a fun person. But if I look at somebody, I'm like, oh, he may be taller, for example. But I'm thinking about all the shit that comes with him being taller. So it just sucked the fun out of any imaginary bullshit I had in my mind. So I'm just a little too realistic. I know like some girls, like the word consequences don't come with what they think about. She's thinking about, oh my God, this guy has a nicer car. This guy is taller, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? The car and the height comes with more bullshit. And we all know women don't want to put up with bullshit because we're quick to leave somebody when we don't like some shit. Especially if they have a kid nowadays. They're quick to just wrap that shit up and be like, I can get better elsewhere. So I personally think that women do that. It's unfortunate.
All right, you guys heard it here first. Women do that.
So make sure y'all pick the best one. You may the best one win. I'm sorry, Hunger Games out here.
See what I said there? Do that. Do. All right, let's go to another one. David Jones said, so what do you do when you just want hookups with a woman? Bro, just be fucking honest. David, just be honest, bro. I'm just gonna give you my honest opinion. Just be honest. Just be like, hey, man, I'm just trying to fuck. And they'll tell you, because the thing is, and this goes back to what we said yesterday. This is why men lie. Because if a guy goes up to a woman and says, look, man, I'm just trying to fuck, a woman's gonna say no. But if a guy wines and diner and buys her drinks, that guy's probability of fucking her goes way up.
Mm.
Even though, like, you know what I mean? It's for some reason women don't work that way. But I would still say just minimize your fucking problems, bro. Because at the end of the day, I've seen girls go crazy for guys that led them on, pop tires, fuck up cars, go on
Yeah.
social media,
Yeah.
calling
I
your
think like
ex.
women don't like competition. They don't like the game, but they secretly in the back of their mind they do. The fact that they can't get this guy that they want so bad,
Mhm.
it's a chase and it's incentive for them to like constantly be on his tail. And it sucks because like when you see like a woman can dominate a guy, you realize that she doesn't have that same affection, that same type of loyalty
Mhm.
for the good guys. And this is why it sucks because like if you really think about it, she's kind of just dooming herself
Mhm.
because she rather chase after the fuck guy who's gonna emotionally traumatize her and abuse the fact that she really does love him, but he's looking at her like, you're just not wifey material. I'm sorry.
Yo, I want to get to the rest of the comments, but real quick, do women really like men that are harder to get?
Yeah.
So guys, play hard to fucking get. Everybody in the chat, play hard to get. These women do not need your energy, guys. Just ignore them. Don't
so
text them back.
The phrase of play hard to get sounds worse. Is worse than what it is. I would say like be untouchable, but actually untouchable. Because there's plenty of women where you'd see for if we were to switch the roles, and same thing, you could be a fraud, and now the game's over in a sense. We're like, ugh, like I just found out like for a girl that would hold out, and you seem like, oh my god, she's like innocent,
Mhm.
and then next thing you know, she puts out, and then you find out all these dirty things about her. Like this is all like a front. It was cap.
Mhm.
So same thing with men. Hold out whatever you want, but when she does find out that you were just bullshitting around, you just lost all credibility. Like now you're really not going to smash. So actually be of substance, go to the gym, get your bag up, find out what you want, and attract the type of person you want. Make it make sense is all I'm saying.
And for the guys, she's right. You have to appear untouchable, but you can still do your shit. Just be smart about it, right? Have two phones. That works out a lot for some reason.
Why?
Because then, you know, like when you're with you can have your business phone out, but your personal phone goes away.
Sounds like drug dealer stuff.
Moving
but
on.
okay.
Kev says, what are your thoughts about looking for a wife/girlfriend in a different country? I recently got back from Colombia. So I've never been there, Colombia, but I want to go. I've heard great things about their food.
Food? Like you mean ass?
Nah, I'm just saying. I've heard great stuff about the women there. Women there are submissive. They're a little bit more traditional
Mhm.
and naturally beautiful too.
I think those are cool and all to the passport thing, but if you are a guy who's no, I'm just be blunt here. If you're a loser in the U.S. and you go somewhere else and you get these fine ass chicks, yeah, you can marry her. She's gonna be fine until you were gonna bring her here, and she will cheat on you with your brother, with the mailman, because these chicks are here for the bag. So, yeah, you're winning because you got a girl to submit to you, but when she comes to America and she finds out the other options, the height, the cars, the clout, it's not going to work out long term. So to me, like I've never liked to be the smartest person in the room. If you want to really dominate, work on yourself in the US. If you can conquer a bitch in the US, you can conquer a bitch anywhere.
Agreed. Let me see. My boy Austin said, "Kings, just focus on yourselves." Amen to that, brother. Angela out here spitting facts. Then Julia says, "Every woman has a what if because they love to know if the grass is greener." It's messed up.
Well, that's the same reason why they read those stupid fiction books, because they like to touch the what ifs, but in reality, it's like
I agree,
they don't realize what actually comes with that.
bro.
They
Why do
couldn't
you
handle.
think these fucking like 50 Shades of Grey movies blow up so much?
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey, reality TV shows, women like drama. That's why I would say if you correlate that metaphorically in relationships, if things are too boring and vanilla, she will cheat on you. And that's why if you keep it spicy on her toes on the edge of the couch, I hate to tell y'all, you have a better chance of keeping her where you want her, which I'm not saying to be toxic. Please have great intentions with that person. Just make it make sense, is all I'm saying.
All right, and we have another one. What's that one say, bro? Says, what are some examples of small changes that can be made that really improve the relationship, Angela?
Me? What are small changes? Well, for men or for women or in general? What do you think? Probably for both.
Yeah, probably for both.
I would say just be. I think people's biggest one thing is communication, but like people say that all the time, but not to just to communicate to comprehend the communication. I think people try to communicate and then the other person is so fixated on the delivery and their feelings that they don't listen to the message. And I think it's important that people actually comprehend and try to draw out the truth from what people are saying as opposed to reacting to it, so that you could really decipher through what they're trying to say. I think that's something that people miss out because we're all human here. We're not therapists. Not everybody went to college, and not everyone is smart. So I think that to expect your partner to know how to cater to your emotions, especially if you're comparing how your girl is being treated, your best friend's being treated to what you think you deserve, I think it's crazy. I think that people should really seek out the truth in who you choose to be with. Even if it's not the delivery you want, you should teach them how to cater to you emotionally and verbally. So
My boy David says, Eric, how many phones do you have?
that's undisclosed.
That is classified information, David.
Okay.
Rafe says, it happens to be me. We'll finish these off. And Daniel says, as his legal advice, only phone entertainment purposes only, David.
Look at that. Oh, and those of you that
Shout out to
are here,
David.
we're having another show at 9
p.m. Yeah.
9 p.m. So
We have
tune
two
in. We have
guests.
2 guests coming in, and what it was Chris and who?
It was Chris and another girl. I'll keep her name private.
Private for now, but you guys will see who it is. So don't forget to tune in at 9. This is the
Yeah,
first.
shout out to you guys. And also a lot of you guys have been asking about the merch. We do have hoodies coming and shirts. I know Angela wanted to take care of that, so you guys can reach out to her as far as the merch is concerned. We appreciate you guys so much, man. Like, you guys have no idea. All the love, all the support, all the honesty. We try to keep it honest. That's why when we first started off today, that was one of the things I had a problem with that fat chick. She's like, oh, you're getting mad at me because I tell girls that they're bad bitches, but like, these girls are not bad bitches. I don't believe in lying to people. We want to talk to you guys about real facts shit. Like, we're not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna sit here and tell guys that they're bad or sexy or handsome men just because I want to get money from them. That's not what I'm gonna do, and I know that's not what you're about either. So
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Make sure you tune into the later show.
The later show. Subscribe, share to your friends and family. Find us on TikTok. And keep interacting with us. I want to
Yes.
see what else you guys want us to talk about.
Yo, one more thing too. Shout out to everybody who has been posting us on Instagram on their stories. We definitely repost. We appreciate you guys so much. And once again, we'll see you guys at 9 p.m.
Sweet.
Peace.
Later, guys.
We got 28. So
Oh,